What is up, Texan TV? Today we have another bike hacks video. It's been a while since we filmed one of these for you. So today we have 5 DIY bike hacks that can be applied to any type of cycling, whether that's BMX, mountain biking, or even road biking. So on to the first hack. So for the first hack, here we have our bar end. As you can see, the outer part of it's ripped off, so you can't really get it out without ripping the whole thing up. So first, grab your cork remover. Your boys at Texan TV, we're hardcore alcoholics, so we have one of these laying around. So here you go, just like a cork, it will dig into that rubber. And then once you have it all the way like that, and then even give it some side to side because it will be stripped out. There we go. So now we successfully got the bar end out. So obviously this is all torn up and you're not gonna use that again because that's gonna happen once you try to get it out next time. So our next hack deals with that because bar ends cost money and shipping if you're in quarantine because no stores are open. So we've done the hard thinking for you. And our next one involves a cork and some sandpaper or a file. In our case, we have a file, so on to that. Okay, so as you can see, the cork doesn't quite fit into the bars, but if we just grab the file and sand this part of the cork, then we can leave this part fatter so it's like a nice little flange, so then you don't get cut by the sharp metal. And this bar end trick does work on all types of bars, depending on how thick your bars are. You might have to sand it less or more. So just check with your bars, like not saying you have to measure them or anything like that, but just kind of check as you go along. And yeah. And it looks like we're done. After a little bit of work, we got it perfectly smooth and I think it will fit. So as you can see, the regular cork diameter is the same as the bar, or the outer diameter of the bar. So once you sand down the middle, just pop that bad boy in and then slide your grip out, and then you got some protection against the bar. So if you have a selection of corks to choose from, try to take a more rubbery one over the cork material one because these have a little bit more structure and it's more like a regular bar end, so it'll hold up to damage and crashes and all that. So just quick note for that.
Alright, so for hack number 3, we're going to be using a bottle cage to make our own toolkit. This will really only work if you have another bottle cage back here, or if you use a Camelback, because you really don't want to take away from your water bottle, you know. So anyways, what you want to do, grab a plastic jar, like so. We are using a peanut butter jar, and if you can, like, sounds weird, but take like a bottle cage to your like local grocery store to get a right fit. This is the best I could find that we already had because I ain't trying to go to the store right now. So anyways, what you want to do, clean it out or use it all. Don't waste food. So once you do that, you can just store your tools in it, and if you want, put like a sock or some foam in there so you don't hear it rattle. And yeah, it'll work good. As you can see, there was a little bit of rattle, but not too bad. You can obviously get a jar that fits better than this one, but this is all we had.
What's up, James Charles fans? So for our next hack, what we're going to be doing is getting this nail polish right here. We have black because it matches the frame, and you can basically just use this good old nail polish to touch up any chips like this in your frame. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but you know, for you guys that want to see it out there, here's all you got to do. Get your nail polish, dab it on the spot. Maybe don't go as heavy as I did so it dries a little thinner coat, but just like that, and you can kind of wipe it down, sand it down too to smooth it out, and that's all there is to it.
So in my opinion, the paint looks better than a chip mark like that. I mean, you can barely even tell that that's there once the paint dries. So in my opinion, this is a pretty good hack. It is a hack, and I think a lot of you guys are gonna be like, I would never do that to my carbon bike, but like, I mean, we don't really care. This is an aluminum bike anyways, so.
And if y'all are wondering, I don't paint my nails. This is my sister's nail polish. She kind of lent it to me for this little part of the vid. But yeah, it's a pretty self-explanatory hack, and helps touch up your bike.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right, so for our last hack on this list, if you have some really smooth plastic pedals like this, you want some more grip on, or if maybe say they're just really worn out, like the pegs are almost gone on them, you can get a little extra life out of your pedals by getting a soldering iron and then just stippling all the smooth spots on the pedal to get your foot a little more grip on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and show you guys how that looks. All right, so here's the finished product after stippling the entire pedal. Here's the before, looked like this, really smooth. After, like this, and this is all solid. So this is basically, this feels even grippier than like grip tape. So it's, I think when it's on a bike and like against your shoe, this will give you a lot more grip compared to just some cheap smooth pedal like that. So like I said, you can try this if your pedal is either worn out or just comes really smooth like this. It really helps. And honestly, it doesn't take that long. And a plus to stippling, if this starts to wear out too, you can just re-stipple it and you're good to go again. So like it really lasts forever until your pedal's broken. So yeah. All right, Cowboys, that's gonna wrap up our 5 bike hacks for today's video. If you did find them useful, please be sure to like and subscribe. We try to make all of our hacks fully original, because I know there's plenty of bike hack videos out there, and you guys have probably seen many of them, so we're not trying to waste y'all's time with stuff you've already seen before. So, please support the channel if you guys found any of these useful. And anyways, thanks for watching Texas MTB. Yeehaw.